Bae. I might be coming home late today. I haven't finished my work yet. You know that I'm quite busy lately. I won't get home by 8 p.m. I've already made some food. It's in the fridge, you can go ahead and eat first.
Well, I'm afraid. I'm also going to be home late today. You'll probably get home before I do.
You have to work overtime too? You've been doing that a lot recently, Christ.
Yeah, that's right. I've been busy lately. What do you want me to do?
Just do what you have to do. Nothing I say can change that. But really, you have been coming home late and I'm worried. You go drink with the business partners again?
What do you mean again?
You didn't notice? Lately, you've been coming home smelling like alcohol.
I was just caught up with something at the end of work. You do the same. It's not a big deal, right?
Don't you remember the health screening you did last month? The doctor warned you against drinking too much. I just thought you should be a bit more careful. I don't want you to end up with an alcohol problem like my brother.
Oh God, Alice. The doctor is over-exaggerating. It's fine and I wasn't drinking too much. I have to entertain the guests at the party so they will be more willing to sign the contract. Anyway, speaking of drinking and eating, don't you think you have been making the same meals over and over again lately? It's the reason that I've been eating out so much. I'm so sick of eating the same things.
What you're thinking, Christ? I was just thinking about your health when making them. I wish you were more appreciative of what I do for you.
You were thinking about my health? Really? Why can't you be a little bit more creative? All of your food tastes like they were made by an old grandma. I think you should do a little more research on cooking. Maybe you should take some cooking lessons.
If you have a problem with my cooking, then you should learn how to cook and make your own food.
That's your job, Alice. That's the reason why I have been eating out. At least the food outside is more colorful. Not only did your food taste like it was made by an old grandma, they also looked like they were made by an old grandma.
Hey, stop with the old grandma. You do know that you are the same age as me, right? Doesn't that make you an old grandpa? We're the same here. Don't just talk about me.
Well, unlike you, I've been taking care of my appearance. I even put on this new cologne I've bought. And my hair is always in good shape. On the other hand, you always just tie your hair up and wear the same suit every day. You don't think there is any problem with it? Aren't the younger ones in the company making fun of you?
I've been keeping myself clean and tidy, though.
You don't understand, Alice. Being out of fashion is the problem here. It's funny that you're saying this.
Do you remember what you said the last time when I bought cosmetics? You said that there is nothing an ugly person can do to make herself look good. Now you're telling me to clean myself up?
Oh right, I said that. What I said is true though. I'll be honest with you. Now is a good time for you to start looking into yourself. Like putting on a new dress, wearing some perfume and getting a new hairstyle. You aren't in your 20s anymore. You need to take more care of yourself. Well, at least you still have a job. That's like the only merit you have. But thinking about the future, you should really study up on beauty and fashion. Especially now that you are done with raising our kids. You got more time to enjoy yourself. Using that time effectively is what I'm saying.
Though I'm done with child raising, we still have the home loan to pay off.
Why are you worrying about it so much? There's only a little left to pay off, right?
Okay, Christ. I'll start thinking about myself and how to use my own time effectively when we have completely finished paying it off.
I think by then it will be too late.
Why you think so?
Well, I just thought it will turn out that way. You know, with you being. Anyway, that's all the advice from me. Take it or leave it.
You bet I won't.
What? Are you upset that I called you old?
That's enough. Stop calling me that.
You see what I mean? Saying something like that is not cute at all. You're old, but at least have charm like an actual woman. That's why I don't want to go home.
Christ! Where are you at now? Can you come home right now? You're off work today. You're just now playing around, right? Get back home now.
It's my day off, Alice. What's wrong with you? I can't just go home now.
Okay, fine. But I have to ask you.
Ask me what?
You have taken out our savings, haven't you?
Oh, you have realized that?
What? Are you kidding me? You have been taking out almost all of our savings. What exactly are you thinking? Are you out of your mind? Where did the money go?
Calm down, Alice. No need to be panic.
How can I?
Just take it easy. I just have things I need to pay for. There are things I must do, you know. I need to get to make myself look good. Cologne, new shoes, new ties, and my brand new watch.
So you're saying you've been wasting the money on shopping?
Alice, don't call it a waste. They are essential things.
Essential? That money is for both of us after retirement. If you keep doing things like this, we will not end up saving any money. What are we going to do?
Hey, there is still money left in the account. That much is enough.
I'm saying it's not okay. You need to think more about the future. I've been holding off on buying the things. I want to save up little by little. And finally can pay off the loan. I have made millions of calculation of how I can save up money. While you on the other hand just spent the money however you like. You think that's fair?
Alice, I've been helping out too. Some of my paycheck went to the loan.
Not enough, Christ. You've been changing your jobs ever since we got married. You never really got a rise in your paychecks. Who is the person you think that has been supporting you this whole time?
Well, I supported you and you were pregnant. Don't you remember?
What? Is that your responsibility for taking care of that? That's your child, Christ. And that story dated back a decade. And our kid is all grown now. Can't believe you're saying that to me. I went back to work immediately after I gave birth. You didn't really help me during child raising. I paid for all of his school fees. I bought all of his clothes, his school supplies, and that summer camp he went to in high school.
It's not a big deal, Alice. Don't complain about what happened in the past. What's done is done.
Hey, you're the one proud of what you did when I'm pregnant. That sounds funny, Christ. You need to stop thinking only about yourself and more about our family.
Then how about you use the same amounts of money that I've used from the savings? I wouldn't mind you doing that. Then it will be fair and you will have no complaints, right?
That's not the problem here. I'm saying that you can't just spend money like it's nothing.
Can we argue about this another time? I'm busy now. I don't have time to listen to an old grandma.
Okay. We'll talk it out when you come back.
Do you think saying that makes me want to go back? If anything, we'll finish paying off the loan next month. I just have to make the same amount that I've spent. Then you don't have a problem anymore, right?
Don't make it sound so easy. You're not getting a raise soon and the amount you took out is a lot.
Okay. I have come up with an idea.
What idea?
I'll make time to talk things through next month.
Why? Why not today?
Because I got things to do this month. So we'll do next month. I promise to make time for you. You can yell at me then.
I'm not really understanding this. Why can't we do it today?
There are only a couple of weeks until next month. You can wait, right? And I don't feel like talking to you when you are not calm. I want to give you time to think things over before we talk.
I won't forgive you even if you give me time to think. What you did is unforgivable.
Talk about this until next month, or else I won't talk about it at all. Your choice.
All right, we'll definitely have to talk about it next month.
Alice. You're at home now, right?
It's 6 p.m. in the weekend. Where can I be at?
Okie. I got you something in the drawer, just take it out.
Yeah, I'm looking at. Divorce paper?
Oh, good you found them. I have no use of you anymore. Now that we're done with raising our son and paying back the loan. You can go now. LOL.
That's why you said you wanted to wait a month before we talked things over.
You got it. I have no need to spend time with an old grandma like you anymore from now on. I'm free to do whatever. It's time to get a divorce and start my next stage in life. Please turn in the divorce papers after you sign them, Alice.
All right, I'll turn them in immediately and I'll be throwing out all the stuff too.
Throw what?
I'm throwing out your stuff. Your cologne, your shoes, your clothes, and something like that. I don't think you'll need it anymore. Since the house is under my name, your things are just useless here.
Excuse me? It's my house.
You don't remember? When we were going to buy the house, you quit your job. We almost couldn't get a loan. It was because I was working at that time that we were able to get one. What makes you think you deserve the house? Are you out of your mind?
But I'm the homeowner.
What? Are you talking about being the man of the house? Not like you've done anything to act like one. And that's different from who actually owns the house. You don't even understand the difference. You're really stupid.
Wait. Then whose house is it?
It's my house. It's under my name.
How could you say that? I paid back the loan too.
But I paid for pretty much all of it.
Well, if the house is not going to be mine, then we'll sell it and split the money.
Oh, you actually know that you can do that. You're not so stupid. It's fine with me. Let's sell the house.
But you were not even a bit surprised when I told you I want a divorce, right?
What do you want me to do? Make a fuss or something?
No, this is better for me anyway.
I was thinking of getting a divorce too. I know you are having an affair with this girl from your company.
What?
You don't have to pretend anymore, Christ. I found out everything. You are looking suspicious, so I did some research. I know you spent our savings on that girl. I have evidence, lots and lots of pictures and videos of you guys. There are enough for me to sue you. It will get me a pretty good compensation. I'll have to thank you for that.
Oh, you know that. I love her with my whole heart. You're nothing compared to her.
Oh, you've confessed. I'm also thinking of telling your company about this affair.
It has nothing to do with the company. There's no need for you to tell them.
Of course it has something to do with them. You went to the hotel during working hours many times. I'm sure your boss would love to hear about this.
Don't make any impulsive decisions. Think it over again, Alice. It would cause trouble for me if you tell my boss. I was finally able to get a long-term job. This will hurt my image. I can do whatever you want, Alice.
Really?
Yeah, for sure.
I want money, of course, and the house goes to me.
I never knew you were such a greedy person.
I don't care what you call me. I paid back most of the loan anyway, so I deserve the house.
Okay, I agree. But I need you to write up a contract about this. I have to make sure you're not keeping your promise.
All right, I'm willing to. I'll hand in the divorce papers soon. You'll be hearing from my lawyer. Starting today, we're strangers.
You are not lovable even in the end. That's why you're getting dumped at this old age.
Why I even care about what's you saying? I almost get rid of you in my life. I can't not be happier. So, enjoy your relationship. Bye. My husband called and texted a couple more times after that. He soon realized that nothing will change my mind, so he stopped. One day at work, he suddenly started yelling at the girl he cheated with. Then the company found out about the affair. My husband still works in the same company. But it looks like everyone around is ignoring him gradually. Nobody wants anything to do with him. I got a large sum of money and a house, so I was very satisfied with the divorce. I have no regrets.
Hey, Ms. Thompson, can I have a moment of your precious time?
What is it now, Lily? Can't you see I'm busy trying to get through this pile of papers?
I know. I just want to ask you something. Have you ever wondered why no one takes you seriously?
Lily, I don't have time for your games. I have a job to do, unlike you.
Oh? The job of being the most boring, ineffective teacher in the history of education? It must be tough. Right?
You think you're so clever, don't you? Constantly disrupting my class, making it impossible for anyone to learn. You're the reason no one takes me seriously.
Oh, come on, Ms. Thompson. I'm just trying to liven things up around here. I must say, your classes are like watching paint dry?
You think it's fun to make my life miserable? You have no idea what it's like to be on the receiving end of constant disrespect and humiliation.
Ha ha ha. You really don't get it, do you? It's not about you, Ms. Thompson. It's about the power I feel when I can make your life miserable. You are weak, and I enjoy exploiting that weakness. Hey, have you ever stopped considering why you're such a failure as a teacher?
Failure? How could you say such a word to me? Just another cruel remark to add to the countless others that have plagued my existence.
It's not just my opinion, Ms. Thompson. It's the general consensus. Your teaching methods are archaic, and your inability to command respect is laughable.
Laughable? You have no idea what it feels like to stand in front of a classroom, day after day, facing a barrage of insults and mockery. Your words cut deeper than you can ever comprehend.
Maybe, if you actually taught us something worth learning, we wouldn't mock you. But, no, you choose to regurgitate the same lifeless lessons year after year.
It's not as simple as you make it out to be, Lily. The system is against me, the expectations suffocate my creativity. I'm suffocating, can't you see?
Oh. Poor Ms. Thompson. The eternal victim. Ha ha ha. Well, maybe it's time you stopped wallowing in self-pity and started fighting back? Show us that you have a spine.
Fighting back? Against what? Your endless tide of disrespect? Every day, a piece of my soul crumbles away, and you contribute to its demise.
You know what, Ms. Thompson? You're right. Maybe you're just not cut out for this. Your weakness is like an open invitation for us to trample all over you.
Weakness? You think I'm weak? I chose this profession to make a difference, to shape young minds. But all I've become is a punching bag for your amusement.
And what difference have you made, Ms. Thompson? Besides being a cautionary tale of how not to be a teacher, your legacy will be one of failure and incompetence.
Stop. Just stop. Your words, they cut like knives. Do you take pleasure in tearing down those who are already broken?
Pleasure? Not really. But I think you need to be woken up from your self-imposed slumber. Maybe then you'll realize the damage you're causing.
Damage. Yes, my damage is having a student like you.
So what you gonna do to me? Are you going to cry and call my parents and then kick me out of the school? Do you really have the courage to do that? Well, honestly, I think the person who really have to go is you. We deserve better. We deserve a teacher who inspires us, who challenges us to reach our full potential. Not being coward like you.
That's enough. We'll talk about this later. Now it's time for class.
Well, it isn't Miss Thompson, the master of mediocrity? You haven't gone yet?
Spare me your insults, Lily. I'm here to teach, not to engage in this pointless banter. And you are nothing that I have to obey.
Pointless banter? Oh, no, Miss Thompson, this is far from pointless. I'm simply reminding you of your inadequacy as an educator.
I had enough of your relentless mockery and disrespect. It's time you learn some manners and show me the respect I deserve.
Respect is earned, Ms. Thompson. And so far, you've done nothing to earn it.
You think you're so clever, don't you? But all you do is disrupt the class and hinder the learning experience for others.
Don't say that. Everyone is working so hard, don't you see?
Maybe you don't. Because you don't really care about our studying, right? Do you have any idea what it feels like to be constantly belittled, to dread coming to work every day?
It's not my responsibility to care about your feelings. Ms. Thompson. You're the one who chose this profession, yet you're incapable of commanding any respect.
I chose this profession to make a difference, to inspire young minds. But instead, I find myself dealing with a disrespectful student who takes pleasure in tormenting me.
Tormenting you? That's a bit dramatic, don't you think? I'm just highlighting your incompetence as an educator. Don't you ever say you're welcome to receive our suggestions on your teaching? Yeah, I've already given them to you. Sincerely. But frankly speaking, if you weren't so pitiful, I wouldn't have to stoop to such measures.
Stooping to such measures? Is that how you justify your behavior? You're not enlightening anyone. You're simply fueling a toxic environment where learning becomes impossible.
Toxic environment? How ridiculous. Well, perhaps if you were more engaging, if you actually cared about your students, we wouldn't resort to these tactics. You've brought this upon yourself, Ms. Thompson.
I've tried to connect with you and the other students, Lily, but it's difficult when all I receive in return is mockery and disdain.
Trying? Your feeble attempts are laughable, Ms. Thompson.
Your words may sting, but they won't break me. I will continue to do my best to provide you with an education, regardless of the obstacles you throw my way.
We'll see about that, Ms. Thompson. I thrive on challenges, and I won't rest until you understand the consequences of your ineptitude. Consider this a warning.
Few days later, Miss Thompson decides to talk to the principal. I can't believe I have to deal with that child again today.
What happened this time, Miss Thompson?
Recently, I have been facing my fear at school. She is my mischievous student. Almost every day, she's been insulting me constantly, making my classroom a living nightmare. I don't know how much more I can take.
Insulting you? That's completely unacceptable. We need to address this immediately. Have you spoken to her parents?
I haven't because I thought I could handle it. But I was wrong. She is beyond her limit now. Her behavior, it's affecting the entire class. The other students are losing focus, and I fear their education is suffering because of her constant disruptions.
We can't let this bad behavior continue. It's time to involve the parents more seriously. I'll schedule a meeting with them to discuss the severity of the situation.
Thank you, Principal Anderson. I hope they finally understand the consequences of their child's actions.
It's been an uphill battle trying to maintain a positive learning environment. I assure you, Ms. Thompson, we'll do everything we can to resolve this issue. It's not fair to you or the other students to endure such disrespect. We'll get through this together.
Several days later, the meeting with the parents takes place.
Good afternoon, Mrs. Brown. Thank you for coming in today. I wanted to discuss a matter concerning your daughter, Lily.
What's this all about, teacher? We're busy people, you know?
I understand, Mrs. Brown. The reason I asked you to come in is because Lily has been engaging in disruptive behavior in class. Over the past few weeks, your daughter has been consistently insulting me, disrupting the class, and undermining my authority.
That's absurd. Our Lily would never do such a thing. You must be mistaken.
I assure you, she has said such horrible things to me almost every day she goes to class.
Oh, come on. She's just a child. Kids say things sometimes. It's not a big deal.
It is a big deal when her words cause harm to me and her classmates. It's affecting their learning environment and their well-being.
We must emphasize the seriousness of this situation. Insulting and disrespecting a teacher is not acceptable behavior under any circumstances.
It's essential that you address this issue with your daughter.
Look, she's just being playful. It's all harmless teasing. She's a 15-year-old kid. She doesn't mean any harm.
Excuse me? Harmless teasing? You say that calling me by my name, ridiculing my teaching methods, and belittling other students is far from harmless. Is it harmless teasing? It's deeply hurtful and creates a hostile environment.
Well, maybe, if you were a better teacher, she wouldn't feel the need to act out.
Mrs. Brown, that is an unfair accusation. Ms. Thompson is a highly qualified and dedicated teacher. Your daughter's behavior is not a reflection of her teaching ability.
Excuse me, Mrs. Brown, but I find your accusation quite offensive. I assure you, I have years of experience and a track record of success with my teaching methods. Your daughter's behavior is solely her responsibility, and it's time you accept that fact.
Don't you dare blame our daughter. She's an angel at home. It's your lousy teaching that's driving her to act out in your pathetic excuse for a classroom.
Your daughter's behavior has been disruptive and disrespectful towards both me and her classmates. It's unacceptable, and I won't tolerate such behavior in my classroom. Instead of pointing fingers, perhaps you should take some responsibility for her actions.
How dare you accuse us of being irresponsible parents? We've raised her properly, unlike you, who clearly can't handle a classroom full of children. Maybe you need to attend a teaching workshop or two.
I assure you, I've attended numerous professional development workshops to improve my teaching skills. However, it seems that your daughter lacks the discipline and respect that should have been instilled at home. I expect your cooperation in addressing this issue.
We don't need your condescending lectures on parenting. Thank you very much. We demand that you figure out a way to control our daughter's behavior, or we'll be reporting you to the school board.
Threats won't solve this problem, Mrs. Brown. I'm doing everything in my power to manage the classroom effectively, but your daughter's behavior requires your involvement as well. It's time for you to step up as parents.
We've had enough of your excuses and blaming us for your failures. We demand that you find a solution, or we'll make sure you regret the day you ever crossed paths with our family.
Your aggressive and disrespectful attitude only reinforces the behavior your daughter is exhibiting. It's clear where she gets it from. I'll be documenting our conversation and your threats. Rest assured, I'll be involving the school administration to address this matter appropriately.
Go ahead and play your little power games, but we won't back down. Our lawyer will be in touch, and we'll see who comes out on top.
If you choose to involve legal action, I will defend my professionalism and my commitment to providing a safe and conducive learning environment. It's regrettable that we couldn't find common ground for the sake of your daughter's education.
Okay, please calm down, Mrs. Brown. Let's calmly find the solution to this serious issue.
We don't have anything to say to that teacher. How could she say those words to my little daughter? I don't want to negotiate anymore. My child is innocent, and all she said was a lie.
The next day, Miss Thompson enters the classroom, trying to maintain composure. Good morning, class. Let's settle down and start the day, shall we?
Oh great, here comes Ms. Perfect. Can't wait to see you today.
Sarah, we had a meeting yesterday with your parents to address your disrespectful behavior. I was hoping we could move forward and have a more respectful and productive day.
I know. They told me.
What did they say to you?
They punish me, ground me, and take away my privileges.
They really did that to you?
I can't believe you are easily deceived. Ha ha ha. Oh, did you really think I would change just because Mommy and Daddy had a little chat with you? Newsflash, Ms. Thompson, they couldn't care less about what you said about me.
Well, it turns out that both you and your parents behave in that way. Disrespecting me won't bring you any benefits, and it certainly won't make your education any easier.
Whatever. I'm not here to learn from you. I'm just here to have a good time and show everyone how much of a joke you are.
Your constant disrespect and attempts to belittle me are not going to discourage me from fulfilling my duty as your teacher. My goal is to fix your bad behavior, even if you don't appreciate it right now.
Oh, fix my behavior? I'm not a living robot, and not easily be fixed by you, which...
It seems that there is no way to change your attitude anymore. All right, let's wait for the final announcement from the school. It's clear that we're unable to find a constructive resolution to this issue. Given the gravity of your daughter's behavior, and your refusal to take responsibility for her actions, I believe it's in the best interest of the entire school community to consider the possibility of expulsion.
Expulsion? You can't be serious. This is an outrageous overreaction on your part. Our daughter has a right to an education, and we won't allow you to take that away from her.
The severity and frequency of your daughter's disruptive behavior have created an environment that is detrimental to the learning experience of her classmates. The school has a duty to ensure a safe and productive learning environment for all students. Expulsion may be necessary to protect the rights of the majority.
This is completely unfair. Our daughter is just going through a phase, and you want to throw her out of school? We won't stand for this.
I understand that you may perceive it as unfair, but it's important to acknowledge the impact your daughter's actions have on me and other students. Expulsion is a last resort to maintain a conducive learning environment. Moreover, this decision for expulsion was not made solely by me. It involved a thorough investigation by the school administration, taking into account witness testimonies, documented incidents, and discussions with all parties involved.
You're just trying to get rid of her because you can't handle her. We won't let you ruin his future like this.
I assure you, my intention is not to ruin anyone's future. However, it's my responsibility to ensure a polite and effective learning environment for all students. Your daughter's behavior has shown a consistent pattern of disrespect and disruption that cannot be ignored.
We won't give up without a fight. We'll take this matter to the board, the superintendent, and even the media if we have to. We'll make sure the whole world knows how unjustly our daughter is being treated.
If you choose to escalate the situation further, that is within your rights. However, I stand by my decision and my dedication to the good behavior of the entire student. The school is where we, the teachers, devote to the students' progression in learning, and in return, they should have appropriate behavior towards us. But your daughter, she goes against all the school discipline, and shows no respect to me, her teacher. So, I will follow the school's decision and respect all your complaints. I will cooperate fully with any investigations or inquiries that may arise.
You'll regret the day you ever decided to mess with our family. We won't rest until justice is served.
I understand that emotions are running high, but I hope you will reconsider your perspective and recognize the importance of addressing your daughter's behavior in a way that allows her to grow and learn from her mistakes. Expulsion is not meant to be punitive, but rather to create an opportunity for her to find a more suitable educational environment. After being expelled, Lily applied to other high schools. However, they turned her down because of her inappropriate behavior with her old teacher. Lily and her parents had to come and apologize to Ms. Thompson and promise to change their attitude in the future. They had to move to another city to seek a place to learn, but it seemed very hard because her mistake was so severe. Luckily, she was received to learn in a small school in the suburb. From that moment on, she started to behave nicely and respectfully toward everyone.
Isn't it true that tomorrow is when the hospital test results will be revealed? Could you manage to take the morning off from work?
Yep, I did.
I'm relieved that we can accompany each other. You'll be able to leave the house with me, right? What time are you going to be coming home tonight?
I still have unfinished work, and it seems like I'll be working late into the night. I'll simply stay overnight at a nearby motel or a similar place. Let's just meet at the hospital tomorrow.
What? Really? Can't you say you need to go to the hospital tomorrow and leave work early? I'm sure it's not that big of a deal.
I'm already taking the morning off tomorrow. If I attempt to leave work early tonight, my boss would create a major commotion.
But tomorrow is really important. Having a comprehensive body checkup is not a routine occurrence. These results could be really serious. Are you sure you don't need tonight to get mentally prepared?
Mentally prepared? Come on, I probably was just feeling a bit under the weather due to the drinks I had the night before. Remember? The night before the checkup, I drank a little too much and had a pretty bad hangover for the next day. That's all. No need to exaggerate the situation.
I'm just worried about you, that's all.
You're being really annoying.
Excuse me?
Just calm down already. It's my body, so I know more about it than anyone else. Just lay off, all right? Didn't you also need to get another checkup like me as well? Stop acting like I'm some sick person when we're in the same boat.
That really wasn't my intention. You know that I had to get a re-examination because of the medicine I'm taking for my condition. It happens every time I get a checkup, so it's nothing new. I also wanted to make sure everything was okay with my own health tomorrow, so it'll be good for both of us.
Then why don't you just worry about yourself instead of wasting your energy worrying about me? I'm not a kid, all right? You don't need to get all worked up for no reason. Like seriously, it gets on my nerves. Just being honest.
Can't you be a bit more careful about the way you word things? I get your point already. So let's just meet up at the hospital tomorrow. Don't work too late. Take care, okay? You have to wake up early tomorrow morning.
Can't you just shut up already? You're not my mother. I've seriously had enough of this.
Fine. I'll see you tomorrow then. Hey, I'm at the hospital. When are you arriving?
Oh, I won't be able to make it today.
Huh? Are you kidding me? Why would you say that?
Things are hectic at work. There's no way I can take the morning off.
What are you gonna do about the checkup results then?
Can't you just get the results for me?
You want me to do that for you?
What? You have a problem with that? Aren't you my wife? That's the least you can do. Why don't you try and make yourself useful for once?
I know we're family, but are you sure I'm allowed to get the results without you here? I'll try asking the doctor, but I have a feeling I won't be allowed access to your results.
It's fine. I'm sure you'll work something out.
Work something out? Are you even thinking straight? This is about your health. You need to take this more seriously.
Just bring me the dang results. You're making this a bigger deal than it actually is. I'm already completely certain that they'll tell me there's nothing wrong, so what's the point in going? Besides, I hate hospitals. They're so depressing. That's honestly why I didn't want to go.
You're a grown adult already. How could you just skip out just because of that? It's not like I like being at the hospital either, but I'm here because I have to do what I have to do.
Just get the results and come home. That's all I have to say about this matter. I'm wasting my time talking to you like this. I'm going to work, so see you later.
Are you sure? Can't you just get a few hours off to come to the hospital? Luke, are you there? Luke, please pick up.
I'm busy working.
This is really important. We need to talk now.
Yeah. You're always exaggerating everything, so I'm sure it's not a big deal.
I'm really serious this time. That's why I tried calling you. I never call you. Especially during work hours. Can't you see how urgent this is?
I'll call you when I get some free time or something. Oh, and I probably won't be coming home tonight.
Again? Why are you working so much?
Do you think I have a choice here? Things are busy at work these days. I'm doing this for you, you know? The least you could do is be grateful instead of complaining. Well, gonna get back to work. Talk to you later.
Luke, please, you need to listen to me. Please just find a way to come home tonight. Just tonight. Thank you so much for listening. I really appreciate it. I wanted to talk to you after discussing things with Luke, but...
Of course, dear. Thank you so much for contacting me. I can't believe this. I'm really shocked too. How are you feeling, Ely? I'm sure this is a lot to take in. Now that you've had a bit of time to process, do you feel any better?
Honestly, I don't think I feel any better. I really want to talk about this with Luke, but it seems impossible right now. He doesn't even come home that much these days.
Is he really that busy with work? I can't believe he's turned out to be someone who can't get their priorities straight.
I told him I want him to at least come home just for the night. But I don't think he'll be coming home.
I'll try contacting him as well. We have to figure things out quickly. The sooner the better. I'm so sorry for all the trouble, Ely. Luke used to be such a nice boy back in the day.
Oh, please don't apologize. You are always helping me out, and I'm so grateful for you. Thank you so much.
I'm here whenever you need anything. Even if you just need someone to listen. I'm on your side, Ely. You're not alone. Don't forget that.
I'm really happy to hear that. Thank you so much for your kind words. I don't know what I would do without you. Are you really not coming home tonight? Didn't I say I have to talk to you about something really important? It's an emergency. Please don't do this to me.
Work is more important, all right? But I'll be going home to get a change of quotes tomorrow.
So you can come home to get some clothes, but you can't even spare a bit of time to hear what I have to say? Where are you right now? You never come home. Are you really that busy with work? Something just seems off.
The heck? What is it this time? You calling me a liar or something?
I keep telling you how urgent things are and that I need to talk to you. But you don't even want to listen to me.
Whatever. What's the so-called important news that you need to tell me? I'm messaging you back, right? Why can't you just tell me right now?
This isn't something to tell you about through some text message. I needed to tell you in person. But whatever, I'm tired of this. I'm just gonna tell you now. The doctors told me we only have 6 months left together if we don't do something soon.
What? 6 months?
That's why we need to start treatments at the hospital as soon as possible. I don't think it's possible to continue working either.
Seriously? Wow!
Yes, I'm serious. That's why I kept asking you to come home. But you didn't want to listen to me at all. I really didn't want to have to tell you this way.
You've got to be kidding me! That really is some big news, huh?
What's so funny? This is literally a life or death matter, and that's your reaction?
Oh gee! Give me a break! Of course this is funny! You'll let me get a divorce, right?
A divorce? Out of nowhere? Why would you bring up a divorce?
I mean, you're only gonna live for half a year, right? There's no point in staying married then. What a pain! Sorry, but you'll just bring me down.
How can you say something like that?
Oh! Let's just get a divorce, okay? I didn't think things would turn out like this, but I'm sure this was just our fate or something. I'll get the divorce papers ready and leave them at the house tomorrow. Just turn them in whenever you'd like. I don't really have any feelings left for you anyways, so no use in trying to stop this.
What in the world are you talking about all of a sudden?
Look! I already have someone else in my life that I like. So what am I going to do? Spend time with her or spend a gloomy time with my wife who only has half a year left to live? No contest. You're worthless. You get the point now. Have fun with your painful last days.
I can't believe you. Are you even human? And you like someone else?
Why do you think I never come home? I can't believe you actually thought I was working all those late nights. I'm busy all right, having the time of my life with a woman that I actually love.
Oh, is that so? I understand what you're saying completely. Don't worry, I'll turn in the papers, so make sure you leave them at the house.
Sure. Just leave me alone after this, all right? Don't come begging me for help.
You know what? Just say whatever you want. I'm done with you.
You turned in the divorce papers, right? I'd like to go home soon, but can't really do that if you're still there. Did you move out already? I want my girlfriend to move in, so hurry up and get the heck out of my life.
I already turned in the papers. And I'm packing my things right now. I'll be ready to leave tomorrow.
Things are looking good. Yeah, you just have a good life, all right? Or should I say, have a good 6 months? Gotta say, feel sorry for. Things would have been such a drag staying with you though. Thank goodness for the divorce. Now that the divorce is settled, life's gonna be great, I tell ya.
Hey, dirtbag! You're the one with only 6 months left to live. Not me.
What are you talking about? Somebody would have told me if those were my test results.
Did I ever say it was me who only had half a year to live? You were the one who just assumed it was me when I was talking about you this whole time. You told me to have fun living out the rest of my painful days, but I'll just return the very exact words to you now.
You're lying. Me? No way. That's ridiculous. There's just no way that's possible.
You don't have to believe me. Why don't you talk to your mom then? She'll tell you the same thing. I have nothing else to say. We're not really family anymore either. This has nothing to do with me anymore. You have to deal with this by yourself now.
Just hold on now. I only have half a year left to live. I'm the one who needs to get treated. Not you?
That's correct. I was just the one who got the results instead of you since you didn't show up at the hospital. Even after the doctor asked you to come to the hospital yourself. You're the one at fault for leaving me there at the hospital by myself.
You're really telling the truth? How can this be? I don't get it.
Why don't you just go to the hospital yourself to get things sorted out? I already told your mom and I sent her the detailed results as well. Now, all that's left is for you to go to the hospital and figure out how you're going to start your treatments. Now that we're divorced, I don't want anything to do with you. Don't ask me for any help.
No. Half a year. You're going too far, Ely. How can you joke around like this?
I'm sure you're the one who knows more than anyone that I'm not someone to make such jokes. Just face reality already. Good luck living your last days at the hospital. At least you have your girlfriend to take care of you now.
So you're telling the truth then, Ely. I only have a few months left to live?
Let's hope you have at least a small chance to recover. But it has nothing to do with me now. You're on your own. Since we're divorced, you'll be discussing things with my representative from now on.
Your representative? What's that supposed to mean?
I hired an attorney to make sure I get proper alimony for the divorce.
Alimony? What the heck?
I don't really want to see your face ever again. So I asked a representative to take my place for all future negotiations and discussions. I have evidence of your affair, so I can expect to get even more than is normal.
After getting told I have half a year left to live through text message, you want to talk about alimony? You're going way too far now. How could you do this to me?
Yeah, just say whatever you want. I'm not changing my mind, so no use in trying to convince me.
Wait, Ely! Please don't do this to me. You know my situation. Don't put me through this. I'm going to go home now, so let's talk things through. We need to work this out.
Work what out? There's nothing for us to talk about. Our divorce has already been finalized. There's nothing for us to do about anything at this point. And like I said before, I don't want to see your face. Just go run to your girlfriend for help or something.
Why are you being so cold? I didn't even know I was the one who only had 6 months left to live. You know that you are the only one for me. Are you really going to leave me alone like this?
Huh? You're not really making any sense. And I don't plan on doing anything for someone like you anymore. You can beg for help all you want, but we're divorced. There's no changing that. Just give up already, won't you? Why don't you use your time for something more productive, like getting ready to pay your alimony? We're going to ask for it all lump sum instead of monthly, of course.
No! I don't want to divorce you anymore. Please! I can't go through this alone. I don't want to get treated without you. Aren't you going to support me as my wife? Through thick and thin. Isn't that what being married is all about? You're the worst. How could you just throw me away like this after finding out about my situation? Don't you feel guilty at all?
I am just gonna return those very words back to you. You're the one who threw me away. And I just did what you told me to do.
I don't know what I was thinking. I wasn't in my right mind. It wasn't how I actually felt. Can't you just trust me? I promise you, I still love you.
Now that the tables have turned, you want to take back everything you said? You pushed me to get a divorce and made me sign the divorce papers. It's all on you. I did what you wanted, that's all. I don't have anything else to say. Except that I am looking forward to the day I get all that money.
Eli, please. You need to take care of me until the very end. I'm so sorry. I really regret my actions. What can I do to make it up to you? I really feel terrible about the way I've treated you. I know now that you were the only one for me. I finally realized it now.
Shut up! What a pain! Looking after you would be a drag. Sound familiar? Now goodbye forever. Have a fun 6 months.
Luke had no one to blame but himself as he confronted a tragic reality alone. After uncovering the truth, he contacted his mother to confirm it. Before too much time had passed, he hurriedly sought admission to the hospital for medical care. Naturally, he was unable to sustain his job any longer. Upon receiving the news, the girl with whom he was having an affair evidently fled. Regrettably, he discarded the sole individual who genuinely cared for him and was willing to stand by his side. Luke continuously experienced remorse over the outcome, leading him to persistently seek forgiveness through repeated appeals. However, I chose not to respond to him anymore, severing all communication indefinitely. Regardless of the circumstances, he has permanently lost my presence in his life. The sole form of communication I have directed towards him is the alimony agreement delivered by my attorney. In the aftermath of all the events, Luke came to a belated realization about the precious treasure he had inadvertently forfeited. Eventually, he did come to acknowledge his mistakes and understand the repercussions that follow actions. Alone in a hospital room, he sits, gazing through the window, deep in contemplation of his destiny.
Susan, there's something I need to ask you.
What's the matter, Janet?
Did you steal my diamond ring?
What? What are you talking about? What diamond ring?
Stop pretending like you didn't know. It's my wedding ring. I wear it all the time.
I can't believe what you just said. Where the hell did you get that idea?
You are the only one who came to my house every day for a week since my wedding day.
I came to your house because you urged me to visit and talk to you. Because you were feeling lonely when you just got married and your new husband had to go on a business trip for a week.
Whatever. I know it was you who took my diamond ring. You were jealous of me all the time.
How dare you say that? We've been best friends for 12 years. Why do I have to steal your ring?
That's also what I was thinking when I found out you had stolen my ring. Where is it now?
I didn't steal your ring. I don't know where it is.
Stop lying to me, Susan. Give the ring back to me.
Why are you so sure that I took your ring? Did you look for it around the house?
I'm not an idiot. Of course I looked for it everywhere, but couldn't find it anywhere. You're the one who took it.
Did you check the camera of your house?
I did. But it was broken. Now I think about it, maybe you're also the one who broke the camera so that no one would know you stole my ring. You planned everything from the beginning when you saw my ring, didn't you? Oh my God! I can't believe you are such a thief. I feel so sorry for myself for being best friends with you for such a long time and didn't realize your true nature.
That's enough, Janet. I didn't do anything wrong to be treated this way. All I did was to visit my best friend when she cried and said she was lonely because everyone around her was busy. I was also very busy at that time, but I thought you really needed me, so I still spend a little time visiting and comforting you. And now this is how you're treating me. Does this 12-year friendship mean nothing to you, Janet? Didn't I mean anything to you? How can you think I stole your wedding ring? Why do I have to take your ring?
Who knew? Maybe you just did it because you were jealous of me? You always thought you were prettier and smarter than me, but I was the one who got married first when you were single all the time.
Is that what you've been thinking about me all this time?
What? Did I say anything wrong?
I can't believe what I just heard. I was really one of the happiest people when you had a boyfriend and then got married. How could you be friends with me while you were thinking so badly of me all these years? Did you really consider me as your best friend? Or you thought I was just the one who followed you around when you had problems or when you needed someone to hang out or give you a ride?
It doesn't matter anymore, Susan. Just give me back my diamond ring.
I told you I didn't have it.
Are you gonna continue pretending like that? All right. If you don't return my ring within 1 week, don't blame me for being so cold to an old friend. I'm gonna tell everyone that you often came to my house to steal my stuff and sell them for extra money.
What the hell? I can't understand who you are anymore, Janet. How dare you do such a shameless thing?
What shameless thing? It's the truth. You came to my house all the time. Who knew what you did with my stuff? Everyone knows you're unemployed and you've been living off your parents for 3 years. Now I see where you get your extra money from. You've approached people and stolen their stuff, haven't you?
What did you just say? How dare you? You're crossing the line, Janet. Now I can see your true face clearly. God is blessing me by helping me cut off with such a toxic, selfish, and self-centered person like you. But before ending this toxic friendship, let me tell you one thing. I'm not unemployed and I'm not living off my parents. I'm living with my parents because they feel lonely and ask me to live with them, and I feel okay about it. I help them do the housework while working from home. I'm a freelance translator and interpreter. I work full-time remote. And I work for a big corporation in the Netherlands. I think I even earn much more money than you, who is just a normal employee at a small local company.
Stop lying to me. How come I don't know anything about this?
I already told you a few times, but I guess you never really listened to anything I said to you. Because you only cared about yourself.
I don't believe you. You're just making excuses to get away with this. How come someone like you have a job in a foreign company? Ridiculous.
You've always looked down on me like that, huh? You always think I'm inferior to you? Who the hell do you think you are? Because your parents are wealthier than mine? You bet your current job thanks to your sister, because she is the owner of the company. But I found my own job on my own.
What? How dare you look down on me like that?
Oh, you're one to talk. You disrespected me first.
I didn't do anything wrong. I just want my ring back.
Okay, lady. Here's the thing. What I'm trying to say is that I don't need your damn diamond ring. Because I can buy a bigger one if I want to.
Oh, please. Who are you trying to fool? How can you afford a diamond ring?
I don't care if you believe me or not. We're no longer friends or even acquaintances. Don't text me anymore. I'm too tired of you, Janet.
Don't think you can get away with this, Susan. If you don't give me my ring back, I will sue you. Hey, Susan. Are you there? Susan! I have a very important thing to tell you. Answer me.
What's the matter, Janet?
Yesterday was my birthday. Why didn't you come and celebrate it with me? And you didn't even wish me anything. I'm so sad right now.
Are you serious? Didn't you remember anything?
I remember the sadness I felt when my best friend didn't care to wish me a happy birthday.
What the hell, Janet? Really? We're no longer friends. Don't contact me anymore.
Why did you make a fuss about a small conversation? It was just a small fight between best friends.
What? Is that how you're gonna treat me? It wasn't a small fight. You totally disrespected me. Oh, how about your ring? Did you find it? Who took it?
Oh. No one took it. I found it under my pillow. I didn't remember when I put it there.
Really? Congratulations. Is there something you forgot to tell me?
No, there's nothing I need to tell you. I'm so sad. You didn't talk to me for months and even forgot my birthday.
Okay. Since you were so shameless, let me remind you. You owe me an apology for insulting me.
Why are you so difficult? Just forget it, okay? We're best friends, remember?
There are things I can't forgive. And this is one of them. You're no longer my friend. Don't contact me anymore, or I will block you.
But I'm your only friend. Who are you gonna hang out with?
It was the opposite, Janet. I was your only friend. I have other close friends. Even if I don't have anyone, I will not continue to be friends with you.